Hey everyone. I've kind of watched Rick and Morty for a couple of seasons now, and I'll admit it's an okay show. But there's something I've kind of noticed about the show, and I don't think anyone else has really noticed about the show. It's sort of about the character of Rick, really. He does, I know it's just a cartoon, really, but this is just something I've been thinking of because unlike other cartoons, it kind of takes itself seriously sometimes. So I've kind of thought about my own theory about who Rick really is from the show Rick and Morty. I was thinking that he is, and bear with me now, God. I know, it's crazy, but I'll explain it. So, the creators of the show, and they've expressed this time and time again, that they are very much atheists. So, I was thinking, why not create a show where they can pretty much do whatever they want and, parody God? Because they obviously mentioned that they do not like God a lot of times, especially pressing their atheist views. But I don't really care because I'm going to explain why Rick is actually God. So, the first thing you'll probably notice about Rick, he's sort of an old man. He's basically like a wise old man, and typically in Western culture, God is actually usually viewed like that. A wise old man who watches over everyone and can pretty much do anything he wants. Rick is pretty much the same way. He just do anything he wants, really. I mean, I don't think anything he can't do. I mean, of course, he has human constraints to that, but I'll get to that later. Of course, I've also noticed that he has extensive universe to the knowledge of the universe, which is weird because, or the multiverse and whatever universe, just anything in particular. So how could he know all this, really? The show never really explains it, but that seems like the best reason is he created all of it for himself. But there's also a bunch of other reasons for that. In one episode, I can't remember which one, I think it was one of maybe season 1, there was a point where he literally met the devil. In fact, he instantly knew who he was as well. In fact, he even versed him and actually won, in a way. And, I mean, it wasn't like some random guy either. It was legitly the devil. So I don't know. That's pretty much kind of God to me. Of course, it also this theory also is supported by other things, such as, I mean, he really is God in some way. I mean, he created an entire universe that pretty much worships him when intelligent life evolves. In fact, that universe even created their own universe and that one guy who created it became God himself. I mean, if you create an entire universe where people worship you, isn't that really God? Another example would be that he literally saw hell in, I think it was the Brain Blowers or whatever the one. It was in one of the final episodes in season 3, where he saw an alien get like dragged to hell or something. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but I do. But I guess most of the references would be in season 3 episode. Season 3 episode. Well, I'm not going to reference that one. Okay, season 3 episode 6, where he claims out loud that there is no God, but if there was, I am him, or some kind of quote like that, where he literally admits to being God. But of course, the most examples would become from the final episodes of season 3, where the president literally says, "I can't coexist. The state of the president cannot coexist with the living God." Another reference would be, "Jesus, he's not a god," which the officer said, and then replied with, "You don't know what I am." He basically said he didn't really admit to being God, but he didn't deny it either. And of course, another related part of the episode, this part's never really explained here. He just straight up kills someone, like dead, like just straight up dead. And even the characters are even confused about this. How could he have this power? I mean, that really is just the example. He's just an infinite being, really. But of course, why would he, if he is really God or something, then why would he make himself a human? Well, what's the point of being God if you can't really enjoy your own universe? I mean, who would want to walk around and pretty much dick around anyways? Because that explains what Rick is. He usually just goes around these universe having all his power and dicks around, which is kind of God what is God himself. But of course, he wanted more of an experience, so he of course married a woman, had a family, and then left them for a few years to do something else. of course, came back. So, I guess that is my theory, really, that Rick is God, and those are my reasons why. So, thanks for clicking the video, and, you know, spread the word and stuff. Bye.